Have you ever felt overwhelmed in large groups? Or felt a strong intuition about someone's feelings? If so, you might be an empath. This fascinating term describes highly sensitive individuals who possess a unique ability to understand the emotions and energy of others. They're not just sympathetic, they're empathetic, deeply tuned into the feelings that swirl around them, whether it's joy, sorrow, anxiety, or excitement. In this video, we're embarking on a journey to explore the intriguing world of empaths. We'll delve into the 8 signs that could indicate you're an empath, from strong intuition, sensitivity to energy, to experiencing distress from violence or needing solitude. This isn't about labeling or pigeonholing you into a category, but rather providing a fresh perspective on how you might be interacting with the world around you. So, are you ready to discover more about this intriguing trait? Stay tuned to discover if you possess these unique traits. Empaths have an uncanny knack for reading others' feelings and intentions. This gift extends past the usual signs of body language or vocal tone. It's almost like possessing a sixth sense, tuning into the unique energy each person radiates. Regardless of proximity, whether they're close by or oceans apart, empaths can tap into the emotional state of others. This can be an intense experience, akin to picking up on a radio frequency only they can perceive. This strong intuition is not merely a guess, it's proven to be accurate. They can discern authenticity from deceit, the joyful facade from the inner turmoil. This is not something they consciously regulate or exploit. It's an inherent part of their being, a gift that enables them to deeply connect with others. However, this heightened sensitivity can sometimes feel like a substantial burden, making them vulnerable to emotional exhaustion. But with understanding and self-care, they can harness this trait for good. So, if you often find yourself understanding others' emotions, even without them uttering a single word, you might be an empath. Secondly, empaths can sense energy shifts in their environment. They have a unique ability to perceive and absorb the energy fields of others. This can become particularly overwhelming in large gatherings. Imagine walking into a room and being hit by a wave of emotions, thoughts, and sensations, all coming from different people. It's like trying to listen to 100 different songs playing at once. The intensity can be draining, leaving empaths feeling exhausted or even physically unwell. So, if crowded places leave you feeling drained, you could be an empath. Thirdly and fourthly, empaths are sensitive to sensory stimuli and can experience emotional overwhelm. They possess a heightened perception that reaches beyond the average person's experience. Imagine walking into a room and being acutely aware of the brightness of the light, the strength of the smells, or the volume of the noise. This sensory sensitivity is a constant reality for empaths. Now let's talk about emotional overwhelm. Empaths don't just observe emotions, they absorb them. It's like having an invisible sponge that soaks up the feelings of those around them. This can lead to an overflow of emotions that are not even their own. It's not uncommon for an empath to feel sadness when a friend is grieving or anxiety when a loved one is stressed. But remember, this heightened sensitivity and emotional absorption is not a flaw. It's a sign of empathy. It's a testament to an empath's capacity to connect deeply with the world around them. If you've ever been told you're too sensitive, it might be because you're an empath. Fifthly and sixthly, empaths are natural truth detectors and peace seekers. You see, empaths have an uncanny knack for discerning the truth. They can read between the lines and see through the facades. Their intuitive radar picks up on dishonesty like a hound on a scent. If you've ever felt like a human lie detector, this might be why. On the flip side, empaths are peace seekers. They have an inherent dislike for conflict and tension. They yearn for harmony and tranquility, often going to great lengths to create a serene environment. They're the ones trying to diffuse arguments, to smooth over disagreements, to bring people together, rather than drive them apart. They'd rather swallow their words than let them become weapons in a war of words. So if you've ever found yourself playing the peacemaker, or if you've been accused of being too sensitive because you can't stand the sight or even the thought of conflict, then you might just be an empath. If you have a knack for spotting lies and crave peace, you might be an empath. Finally, empaths feel distressed by violence and need time alone to recharge. The world can be a harsh place, and for empaths, it can sometimes feel even harsher. They can experience deep distress when witnessing scenes of violence, be it in reality or in the realm of fiction like movies or television shows. The pain and suffering of others is not just something they observe, it's something they feel and internalize. This emotional absorption can be quite draining, which is why empaths often have a pronounced need for alone time. This solitude isn't about being antisocial or withdrawn. Rather, it's about recharging their emotional batteries, regaining their balance, and clearing their energy field from the emotional clutter they've picked up. It's a crucial part of their self-care routine, a time for reflection, and a sanctuary where they can reconnect with their own feelings, separate from the emotions of others. So if you're deeply moved by others' suffering and cherish your alone time, you might be an empath. Now that we've explored the 8 signs of being an empath, let's recap. We began with the concept of a strong intuition, how empaths have an uncanny ability to sense the emotions and intentions of others, even when they're not physically present. This intuition, this innate understanding, is a powerful tool that can guide them through life's complexities. Next, we touched upon sensitivity to energy. Empaths can pick up on the energy of people around them, discerning whether it's positive or negative. This heightened awareness can sometimes be overwhelming, but it also allows empaths to connect deeply with others. We then delved into sensory sensitivity and emotional overwhelm. From bright lights to strong smells, empaths experience the world in high definition. They can also feel emotions more intensely, which may lead to feelings of overwhelm, especially in large groups. Moving on, we explored the roles of truth detectors and peace seekers. Empaths have a natural knack for spotting dishonesty, and they value tranquility, often preferring the company of a few close friends or solitude over large gatherings. Finally, we discussed the distress empaths feel from witnessing violence and their need for alone time. Even fictional scenes of aggression can upset an empath deeply. They also require solitude to recharge and regain control of their energy field. Remember, being an empath is not a weakness, but a strength. Embrace your sensitivity and use it to make a positive impact on those around you.